Welcome to the new video. Today we are going to discuss about Azure Site Recovery from on-premises VMware to Azure. For that, first we need to create a recovery service vault. For that, I'm going here, I'm clicking here and create resource, all services, create resource, and searching for recovery, backup and recovery. Click create and we need to have a resource group. Since we don't have it, so I'll create a new resource group. Okay, I'm giving a name to our recovery vault. VMware to Azure. Okay, I'm going to select the location as West Europe for West Europe. Review and create. Here we can review our configuration once again and click create. Our resources is created, so we need to set up the infrastructure, site recovery infrastructure. For that, I'm going to getting started, click site recovery, site recovery, uh, then click prepare infrastructure. So I need to select where our virtual machine is located, so I'm going to select at on premises and our target will be Azure. Okay, so are you planning to migration? No, I'm selecting now and I'm selecting the hypervisor also, that is VMware. In our case, we have another option also, Hyper-V, and not physical server also we can do it. For time being, I'm selecting VMware vSphere. Okay, then we need to this one actually deployment planning. It is a tool where we can run the tool before the deployment, and it will check the bandwidth and estimated storage, how much it required, and all these things it will check. So for the time being, I'm not going to run it, so I'm just selecting. I'll do it later. Okay, then we need to prepare the source. For that, we need to prepare configuration server. So if you click on that configuration server, so it will take you to another play pane, and here you can uh, you can see some instruction regarding that configuration server. So it will take around 15 to 13 minutes to set up all these things, and we need to download the virtual machine template for the configuration manager first. So that is an OVF template, and that we can deploy or import to the existing VMware. So I'm going to download it. So it's around 20 GB, so it will take some time. So I'm gonna pause the video here, and I'll come back once download is completed. So download is completed, so I'm going to import into the VMware vCenter. Here the memory is almost full, so I'm going to use the other ESX host. So deploy OVF template. I'm going to locate the file, choose the file, the downloaded OVF. Click next. I need to give a name for the virtual machine. I'm giving ASRCS01. I've selected the host. Okay, I'm selecting thin provision because it required disk space around 600 GB. So time being I'm selecting thin provision because I don't have that much storage in my hard disk. So in production you can either choose thick or thin. So it's importing. uh, Machine is imported and it is booting up now. Once it's run, it will ask for the license agreement. Accept it, and you need to set up a password. Click finish. Once it boot up, and we need to log in with the username and password which we created earlier, and it will pop you some window like this. Here we need to set the computer name, and other information, like I'm giving the same name what we given on the vSender, ASRCS01. Click next. It will check the internet connection of your machine, and it will ask you for that Azure username and password. While clicking on sign in, you have to put username and password for Azure here. It's setting up the certificate, and it is checking the identity and all. So it will ask you for the restart, so it will click on reboot to restart the machine. login with the credential. It will open automatically window of Internet Explorer. It will open a wizard where we're gonna set up all the settings of that configuration server. First we need to put NIC, Ethernet card information. Then we need to sign into that recovery service vault, Azure portal. So it will select the subscription, resource group, and the recovery vault. Click continue to the next wizard. Here you need to click on download and install. So it will install MySQL, and ASR recovery vault is using MySQL as its database. So it will download the latest MySQL from the internet and it will install automatically in the background. So we need to wait for some time to complete the installation. Installation is completed. So click on continue. Validate the configuration. Here we need to add the vSender server. Put the IP address of your vSender server. For that actually we need to set up some role which has some permission. So I'm going to create a role and I'm naming it as Azure site recovery underscore site recovery. And I'm assigning some permission to this particular role. We need a browse data store and remove file, available operation, file operation, update the virtual machine files. Okay, for that, that's it from data store. And under virtual machine, data center already given full permission. For the data center, actually it required only read-only permission, but I'm giving full permission. And network I given some permission. And resource assigning virtual machine, migrate power of virtual machine, migrate power on virtual machine, that's it. And task, create task and update task, both we need. Virtual machine, where is virtual machine? Yeah, virtual machine. Change configuration. And okay, I need all change configuration. So for that I'll check all the permissions. Okay, fine. Instead of selecting one by one, I'm selecting configuration section completely by clicking the change configuration. Interaction, we need to ask question. Answer question, sorry. What was that? Connect devices. Configure floppy media. Configure CD. Where is CD? Configure CD media. Install VMware tools. Powered off, powered on. And install VMware tool. Yeah. Okay. Then provisioning. Edit inventory. Yeah. Create for no. Create new. Register, unregister. Then that's it from edit inventory. What else? Okay, under provisioning, allow virtual machine downloaded, and allow virtual machine file uploaded, allow what else we need to do? That's it. Create snapshot. Remove snapshot, we don't need create snapshot, sorry. Remove snapshots enough. That's it. I think we are all done. Okay, done. Okay, done. Finish. Now we need to create user. So user account is created. Now we need to assign the permission, giving on the vCenter level permissions. We'll add that user here. Search for that user which we created now, and assign the role, the one which is created for Azure Site Recovery, and propagate to children. So it will be assigned to the subtree. Okay, that is done. Now we can go back to the wizard again, and here we'll put the username and password what we created now, and click on add. Adding, it will validate. Successfully added. It will take some time, so it is added, successfully added. Now we need to configure the virtual machine credential, the VMs which we are going to replicate. So it should have a installation permission on those machines. So for the time being I'm using administrator account, which is a local administrator of that VM. So I'm gonna save that credential here. Yes, I'm gonna protect the virtual machine, so I mean Linux virtual machine, so I'm just selecting yes and finalizing the configuration. So it will configure the server, and it will register with Azure Site Recovery and adding vCenter server and ASXS server. So everything is done. The appliance has been successfully configured. It will take some time, so I'm just took some time, so okay, okay, done. Now if you go to that wizard again, there you can see the configuration server, and the vCenter server is populating there. So click OK. Here we have selected the subscription and the resource manager model, the deployment model I have selected, and I'm going to create a network since we don't have a network created. So I'm going to create a newer one, otherwise you can select the existing one. So here I'm going to select, I'm going to create a subnet called prod dr. Okay, done. Okay, click OK. Okay, that is done. No need of storage account now because it's supporting manage disk. So I'm going to create a now associated replication policy. So here I'm creating a replication policy, and RPO threshold in minutes, it's 60 and I put it's default. Recovery point retention in hours, now it is supporting up to 72 hours. It will support 0 to 72 hours. So app consistency frequency in hours, I'm keeping 1. I can have more, but I'm keeping it now for the time being, and I'm click OK. So this will create a replication policy, and it will associate to the infrastructure which we created now, that configuration server and all. Okay, done. Click OK. OK again. That's it, and we can check the configuration that we have done so far in site recovery infrastructure. Click on that configuration servers. It's taking some time. Yeah, you can see the configuration server which we created now. It's there, it's showing connected, and you can, if you click on that, you will see the roles which is installed on that server and the status of that servers. So here master target servers, vSender server, everything is showing up here, and you can see the performance and everything. I mean the current performance metrics and all, you will can see it here. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for the future videos. Thanks again. So the next video will discuss about the failover and failback. Stay tuned. Thank you.